Hello everyone, it's Signature again and welcome back to another tutorial, and today I will be showing you guys the working witch farm in Minecraft Bedrock edition. So this farm is really small in size and requires less resources to build, and it's really efficient because any witch spawned on this farm gets transported to the nether immediately after they spawn, which helps in maintaining the mob cap and helps the witches to spawn more frequently. And in the nether, all the witches are collected in a single place and you can kill them and get all the drops, and if you use a sword with looting tree enchantment, then you will get around 1500 drops per hour. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. And a quick disclaimer before this video starts, because this farm looks small in size, but to make this farm actually work is going to take a lot of time. So if you're ready for that, then let's hop into the tutorial, shall we? So to make this witch farm, first you need to find a witch hut in the overworld and get inside it and replace this block with other identifiable block, because this is the only place where a witch can spawn in the entire witch hut. But the witch requires 4 space area to spawn, so we can also remove these 3 blocks and replace it with other identifiable block so a witch can spawn in this area. And now we need to get rid of extra places or get rid of all this entire witch hut, and if you are too lazy, then once you get rid of the entire witch hut, then you need to place 4 temporary blocks over here, then we need to place 2 blocks over here. And now we need to grab our sticky pistons and place it below these 2 blocks, and we need to place 2 blocks over here. So now we need to place a triple hook on this block and a redstone torch beside that block, and we need to place 2 blocks behind the sticky pistons and 2 redstone torch on top of it, and we need to do the exact same thing for the opposite side. So once you finish making the another side, now it's time for us to make the nether portal. So our top of our nether portal will be here, then we can build the rest. Okay, so once you finish making the nether portal, then we can clear out the 2x2 block area to make a space for our witch to fall. Then we can light up our nether portal and place 2 water source over here, and we can destroy this block and get out. Once our nether portal is lit up and the water is placed, then we can use any block and cover this area. Okay, so once you finish covering up, then we need to place 4 blocks on the side of the cobblestone and a block on each of the side, and we need to do the exact same thing for the opposite side. Now you can place 2 strings to connect these tripwire hooks, and then we'll place a block on top of a tripwire hook and another block and do the same thing for the opposite side. Then we'll place 2 blocks over here and 2 blocks over here, and now we'll cover up the top of our farm. And finally we can place 2 redstone lamp on top of these blocks and cover the top of our farm with slabs so no mobs spawn on the top of our farm. So now it's time for us to do some work in the nether. So once you get yourself in the nether, first you need to block the back of the nether portal, then you need to dig 2 blocks down from the bottom of our nether portal and place 2 trapdoors and 4 hoppers connecting towards a chest and surround it with some blocks so that no witches can escape. So once you're finished with that, then we can make a small way to get inside our killing chamber and place 2 slabs so that witch can't hit us but we can hit them. And I think that's all for our nether part of our farm, and back to the overworld. And once you're done with your farm, now the most boring and time consuming part of this process comes in, and that is to make the entire 4th chunk around this witch farm unspawnable. Which means you need to light up or slab off the entire surface and the caves at least 4 chunks away from the center chunk where your farm is. And let me tell you that Lighting those caves are going to be really annoying, and if you miss a single dark spot on that cave, then most of the mob will spawn on that dark spot and it will decrease the witch spawn in your actual farm. And you also need to chop down all those trees and the mushrooms because mob can spawn on top of them. But most importantly, don't forget to light up the water or just fill it with some blocks and sand, because due to the aquatic update, drone can spawn on the water. But as you guys can see over here, this is the chunk where my farm is, and I had to light up at least 4 chunks away from the farm, but I light up 5 chunks of area just to make it more reliable, and I blocked the entire border with fence, but you can do it any blocks of your choice. And for finding the chunks, there are different ways, but I used a website called Chunkbase to find the chunk in my vault, and the link will be in the description. And finally, you can make your AFK platform about 30 to 40 blocks high from the farm and make a nether portal near it so you can get access to the nether. And in the nether, you can do the exact same thing by making another portal 40 to 30 blocks high from the bottom portal so that they don't get linked to each other. And most importantly, try to link your portal before you make your actual farm. And if you follow all my steps, then the farm will be running at its best. And as I told you before, if you use a sword with looting tree enchantment, then you will get around 1500 drops per hour. And for all of you, I have given the vault link in the description so you can go and check the farm by all of yourself. But I think that was all I got for today. If you find this video helpful, then don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next video.